Hi guys, are you bored? Do you want to chat? Come with me and we'll make this wreath together. Okay guys, let's get started. We're going to make a wreath today, and it is a willow wreath, and it is a spiral willow wreath. Okay? And I got this from my friend. She gave to me. It did have seashells on it, which I took off because I didn't want on this project. And it has these little blue berries on vines. I believe you can buy these kinds of things at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, these little branches here. And you also can buy this wreath at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. So we're going to be using that, and we're going to be using some Dollar Tree larkspur. This is the white. It's not exactly a pure white, but it's a white colored flower. And we have the blue, and I have 4 of each of those. And then I'm going to add some roses, and these are an off-white color. They're like a yellowy white color, as well as the larkspur. And then I have some of these that my friend also gave me, these little branches here. Okay. If you don't have these, you can always replace it with any other flower that you like that's smaller, or leave that off completely. You are going to need a glue gun, and I do have a white plain ribbon. I don't know if that's the one I'm going to go with, but for now, let's get started and start making our wreath. This should be a very quick wreath to make. So let's go. First color I want to lay down, I think I'm going to put white first, and just go all around the wreath with it. And I'm going to leave the leaves on my larkspur. And I'm going to make sure that I cut the stems on the flower pretty long, just in case, you know, you want to shorten them up. You have extra to play with. I love these flowers. I think they're so beautiful. And what I'm going to do is just tuck them in, keeping with the shape of the wreath. I'm just going to go around the wreath the way that the wreath is shaped, and go around just like this and tuck them in and glue them in. Nothing magical here. Okay. Try to tuck them in, down in though, a little bit. Don't put them right on top, because that's where you're going to want to put your blue ones. Okay, I'll show you. Let me cut a blue one off. You're going to want to put the white ones, sorry, tuck down in, and then you'll be able to lay your blue ones on top so that they're not in the same row. You don't want them all tucked back in here and underneath in between the branches. You want them in different areas to fill up the wreath. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go around all around, add a tiny bit of glue to the end of this long branch, and I'm just going to find a spot to stick it way down in, and that is it. And I'm going to go all around the wreath like that, just until I've run out of white. And then I'll start on the blue. And we're going to fill this wreath up. If there's any like little holes where your wreath is, that would be a good little spot to stick some flowers in. Just make sure that you eyeball it right and judge how far you need to space your flowers out according to how many you have and how big your wreath is. So don't bunch them up really badly. If you know, like, don't put a whole bunch in one spot and then leave bald spots in the other spots and put less. Try to even them out. All right. Come on, Dollar Tree. Start putting these stupid tags down here instead of on the stinking stem with the flower. That one was easy to get off, but sometimes they're a real pain in the butt. Come on, get in there. Come on now. I was watching the new episode to Mama June Family Crisis. Very excited to see what happens in that show. I love watching that show. Another show I love to watch is The Walking Dead. I know a lot of people stopped liking it because of, you know, sometimes they drag things out too long in the series, but I really like anything with zombies. It's my thing. I love it. Any zombie, anything, and I'm all for it. But the last episode that I seen, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but the last episode that I seen, I was like, oh, come on. I just wanted to watch more. I could totally binge watch that show. What show do you guys like to binge watch? Sometimes I'll start a series and I get into it in the beginning and then I get bored with it. Like a couple series in and then I stop watching it altogether. Right now, you need like good shows to watch or movies or video games and stuff to keep you busy and your mind occupied about other things than what's going on. It's nice to, I mean, it doesn't fix it, but it's nice to get away from reality for a little bit sometimes. One of my favorite series was Game of Thrones. Oh, I love that. If you haven't watched that, Game of Thrones, you need to, because that was amazing. I started watching Fear the Walking Dead, but then I stopped. And I kind of want to get back into it again because I know a lot of the Walking Dead characters went over to Fear of the Walking Dead. So I really want to give it another try. I wasn't like completely sold on it the first time that I watched it. I was kind of like, it's all right. They had this one zombie series that they had. It was called Black Summer, but they only ever made one season so far, which was very depressing to me. We watch pretty much everything here. I mean, we watch the Flash series. We watched Gotham series. That was really good if you like superheroes. Even if you don't like superheroes, it was so good that you probably would actually enjoy that series. They did a really good job with it. What else? I was watching The Witcher a little bit, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I heard Vikings is really good. You have to kind of be gentle with these wreaths as well because they're very delicate and they break super easily. So just be mindful of that as you're working your flowers in. Don't use too much force because you will break your wreath to smithereens. All right, I'm going to take this one out and shove it over here. It looks a lot less full over here on this side. That's why I'm not putting a ton of glue on it in case I do want to move one around, that I can do that from not a lot of glue. Okay, here we go. That's what we got so far. Okay, now we're going to that's all the white or off-white colored larkspur. Now we're going to add the blue. So I think to speed this up a bit, I am going to chop all these off of the stem real quick instead of just doing one bunch at a time, because they're all going to go on there. So I've been doing a lot of cleaning, like extra cleaning, like above cabinets and dusting the ceiling and going through all my dishes and getting rid of things that, you know, I don't really want or need or have too many of. And I've been doing a new room every day and just like really getting it nice and clean. I groomed my dog. I've been playing video games. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I've been doing some crafts. I've been organizing. Like, I had things that I wanted to hang on my wall, but I was just either so tired from working, because I work 2 jobs. I was either so tired from working that I just, you know, come home and basically collapse, that I never just got around to it. So I finally am doing like all those little projects, like, oh, I have all these things I want to hang up, or I wanted to move this on this wall over to this on this wall, or, you know, I'm doing stuff like that. I'm watching a lot of movies. Watching a lot of Dollar Tree hauls, and just really most of my time is going towards organizing and cleaning, doing wash and all that. Once I'm done with the inside, I'm going to, like, you know, start to do the outside and start getting the outside, you know, like mow the lawn and all that crap, you know, that fun stuff that you love doing. And that way I'll be caught up on everything once I can finally go back to work fully. One job is down and closed, and the other job is still going. So that kind of sucks. But there's really nothing I can do about it. I just came at a really horrible time. And my microwave just broke, so that's always great. So now I need to buy a new microwave. And what else is going on? Just, you know, a lot of cleaning. I've been painting my nails, and, you know, well, I took my nail polish off now, but like repainting my toes and doing, you know, hair treatments on my hair that I, you know, didn't have time to do. I have a feeling once I run out of cleaning, I'm going to be doing a lot more crafts. But I really did want to get my cleaning done because it really needed to be done. It was way overdue. And it's just not something I wanted to happen, but when you're working all the time, it's really hard to keep up sometimes. Come on, get in there. This one's gonna give me troubles, yeah. I don't know why you gotta give me troubles, huh? I was listening to music, trying to get myself in a more positive, upbeat mood the other day. That kind of worked a little bit. I was feeling really depressed. But I started to listening to music that I liked and singing along, and it kind of helped a lot. So that's something that you could do. You know, just put on some of your favorite music, and just, even if you're not really feeling in the mood to listen to music, sometimes if you turn music on and you just start listening to it and it's a song you like, sometimes it can lift your spirits, even when you think that it's not going to. Or if you watch a funny movie, sometimes when you're feeling depressed, sometimes that helps a lot. I was going through all my makeup too. I did all that. I cleaned all my makeup brushes. And I went through my makeup, and I had a lot of lipstick that was like lipstick that I really loved, but it was so little in the container. So I just got a little plastic container that I had that had a lid, and I just took like something to dig the lipstick out of the tube with, and I just combined them all in the container, in the plastic container, and just made a new lipstick. I figured it's better than throwing it out, and it's all lipstick that I love. They were all basically, you know, pinks, some shade of pink. So I did that. Right, I'm just looking for like spots that have less flowers in an area, so I can kind of fill in the gaps to make it look fuller. One left. It's going to go somewhere over here. If you want a funny movie to watch, there's a movie called Dracula Dead and Loving It. That movie really cracks me up. It's pretty funny. It's a Dracula spoof. All right, there's that. You guys see that? Okay, now I'm going to do the white roses, but I don't think I'm going to put the leaves on because... Alright, so I'm just going to see where the majority of the little blue berries are. I am going to try to stay away from that area and go in a circle about that far off of the middle and just put these all around in a circle to make it look decent. And I'm not going to use the leaves with these roses. I'm going to put them on without the leaves. I think this is a pretty spring-like wreath. What do you guys think? I have a ton of flowers over here that I need to use up, so there will definitely be other crafts coming your way. It's just that I just wanted to get time to get my cleaning done, because like I said, I still am going to work at one job. Look at that. Get off of there. Just pulling the heads off. Get in there. I don't think I have any more of these. Oh my gosh, no, don't burn me. Thank you. Might need to pluck one from the other side and put it over here. I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to take you. Sorry, buddy. You're going to get moved over, and then I'm going to take you. I'll put you there. And then I'm going to put you over here. All right. Now, I just want to see what these blue ones would look like tucked in. I'm just gonna tuck it in and see if I actually even want to put them in before I do it. So I don't have that many of each. I have pink, but I don't know if I want to ruin the blue and the white theme here and put the pink on. I might save the pink for another one. I just want to see how many do I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it doesn't give me much to play with here. Let me see what it would look like. I'm trying to spread them out a little bit here. All right, yes, I think I'm going to pluck them in. Let me just move this one over a tiny bit. This is why I like to just set them in first so I can see. That way you can judge how you want them spaced. And I'm just giving these a slight bend at the top so that they curl around with the wreath a little bit more. That's what I really want them to do. And when I have it the way I like it, I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to glue them down. Come on, get in there. Now would be a great time to read a big book if you had a big book to read too. Or do a big puzzle if you like puzzles. Okay, kind of satisfied with the way that looks. So I'm just going to pick these out with the spot they are in, and I'm going to put a little glue on, and then I'm going to put them right back where I got them from. You could always find a really cool puzzle you wanted to do and turn it into some artwork by putting it together and then using some glue with a little tiny bit of water and gluing it to a piece of cardboard. You know, make your puzzle on the cardboard. And when it's all finished, flop it over like a pizza or like a cake, actually. Put the cardboard here, or put the cardboard on top of your puzzle, flop it over, and then the part of the cardboard that you were putting your puzzle together on, just paint it with some glue and water, and then take the puzzle back and flop it back over onto there, and then take more paint, or not paint, glue and water, and go back over the finished puzzle, and then you could hang it up on your wall. I've done that before. It holds together quite well. All right, let's see. I forgot which ones I did. All right, I think I have 2 more left. No, 1 more. 1 more. Get in. Oh my gosh, trying to, ow. Okay, there's the first glue burn. You know I gotta burn myself every time I make a wreath. Wouldn't be right if I didn't. Okay, let me see if I can pick this up and show you guys. Can you see? All right. So let's see. Do we want the pink in there? I'm saying no. I'm going to say no. But I do have extra of these little doodads here that I might want to put in. Not the dark ones. I have dark blue and there's white ones over here. I don't want the dark blue ones, but I'm thinking I might put the white ones in. So let me just separate these here quick and see what it will look like. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to separate these real quick, and then I'm going to take a couple, place them around the wreath. I'm not going to do the whole wreath, but I'm going to do them in a couple spots and see, do I like it or do I not? If not, then I'm just going to leave them out. I just want to see what it's going to look like if I add some of these in here. I'm feeling like I need something here where this green is. Let me try some of this stuff. Here. This is baby's breath. I love this stuff. I want to put this stuff in like basically every wreath that I do. And I'm going to leave it in a big bunch on. I'm just pulling them off the stems. I'm not taking the greens. I'm just taking the flower part. And I think I'm going to tuck some of these in here. I think it's going to give it the brightening up in the spot that I want it to. And it's going to fill in that little gap that's looking weird to me. Just watch your fingers. Sometimes these get stuck together too, so you have to pull them apart a little bit. Okay, that ain't gonna work. I need another glue stick. It's getting glued to my table. And I cleaned off my, cleaned off my craft table, because that I was, being real messy with as I was making crafts while I was working too. I was like, usually I put paper down and set my glue gun on, like, tin foil or something like that, so it didn't make a mess on the table, but I was getting real messy and just like putting it on the table. So I scraped a bunch of the glue that was on the table, and I had paint and glue and everything all over the place. So I cleaned that up good, and then I got out one of my little candle holder things. It's just like a little cast iron pan you put candles on. So now that's my new glue gun holder to try to, keep some of the glue off the table. I mean, I still get a tiny bit here and there, but it's a lot better than it was, let me tell you. So I'm trying to do stuff like that, clean up, make things nice. I have cast iron pans, so I wash them out and I re-season them all. You re-season them, you scrub them with a Brillo pad and some little bit of soap and water, and then you dry them out. Then you take a little bit of oil, vegetable oil, and you put it on a paper towel and you rub it around the inside of the pan. That's to keep it from rusting up on you, because cast iron pans like to rust up. But if you do that to them, they won't rust on you. I definitely have to get some more of this stuff. Same thing, it's baby's breath. Just need a couple extra pieces, because I think I used that one before and it wasn't a full piece, so I wanted to gonna add see, I hate when they get stuck like that. They make a mess. You go to pull them apart. See that? Look at that. I couldn't even tell there were two of them stuck together like that. Isn't that crazy? Okay. I was just filling the bald spots in. The more you spin your wreath, the more you'll be able to see bald spots. Like, you'll think you have it all covered up, but then you'll turn your wreath a different direction and you'll see, oh crap, this looks like crap over here. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just filling in the bald spots. And so I would say get 2 bunches of this baby's breath. That's definitely a favorite of mine. And I have to stock back up on that one. Sometimes it's hard to find it. There's bird number 2. I knew I wouldn't escape without getting, at least burn or 2. Nothing was like that one time my finger got burned. My God. I did a number on my finger that day. Big blister. And then I had a scab on the end of my finger for weeks. And it just would not go away. Now you have all these little balls on your table from the baby's breath, which is a real pain in the butt. But, there, I think it looks better. It covered up. You can move this around a little bit once it's glued in. Don't be scared to, like, push it around a bit. You can. I mean, it's not really going to stay, but you can move it somewhat. And if it falls off, you know what? Just glue it back on. Okay? Yeah, that looks much better with that on there. Now, do I want to put this on? I don't think you're going to really... It's not really going to matter if I put this on. So, I'm going to leave that off. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a wreath, a bow. All right, let me grab my wire first. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to make a couple loops around 2 fingers, and then I'm going to turn it and twist it so that the shiny part's with the shiny part. And I'm going to make a loop. How big do I want the loop? I would say about like that. And then I'm just going to twist it. And make another loop about the same. If you're not sure if they're the same, what you can do is take your fingers in the loops and pull them up. Are they matching? Is one taller than the other? That's how you know. Okay? Once you got the right height here, then just continue on making loops the same size. It's up to you how many loops you want and how long your ribbon is, should I say. So there's 4. I do 5 loops, but then I only have 1 tail. So either I can make my loop smaller, or I'm going to try to make my loop smaller. And we go around my fingers once. I'm going to try to make my loops a little bit smaller because I don't have a lot of ribbon here. And I don't have any more of this. I did have another piece, but it's missing somewhere, and I don't know where. So I'm just going to do it smaller so it fits. And it is a little bit difficult to hold, especially the satin kind of ribbon, because it tends to want to slide on you. But this is the way that I was taught to make it in floral design that I took for 3 years. So this is the way that I do it. I've probably made, oh God, I can't even count how many bows I've made. So I'm used to holding it. It does kind of cramp your fingers and stuff, but I'm used to it. All right, then you're going to stick your wire right through the hole where your 2 fingers are holding the loop. Yeah. Here it comes out the back. Don't let go until you have started to tighten that up. Because if you let go too early, it's all going to fall apart on you. Especially because it's satin ribbon. And you can kind of adjust your ribbon there a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just cut the middle. Hold on, guys. I'm going to grab some scissors. All right, so there we go. And then I have an extra long piece of wire because that's what I'm going to use to hang it with. Now, what you could do is figure out where do you want your top to be, where do you want your bottom to be. I'm kind of thinking that it's going to be like this. Now I can either put it here, like this. I don't think I want to put it up there because that looks stupid. Or I was thinking I could, of course I'll pick the one that's like the best glued down. Yeah, that's my life. All right. Shameful. Get up in there. Look at make sure I don't need your madness. And then I could just glue it up in here. And it's going to look. And then you could just stick this one back down here to make it look more full. Okay, let me do that real quick. So I just am going to scooch him over a tiny bit. I'm going to put him over where this guy was. Right there. Get in there. Don't give me any crap here, buddy. I'm going to put a little glob of glue to keep that hot mess from coming up. And then I'm going to put a little more glue on there. And then I'm going to just stick my ribbon in here. You're going to have to give it a minute to dry before you really start messing with it. If I wanted to, I could probably just... There you go. That's why I said don't use too much glue on these, because you'll be able to move them a lot better. I don't want to... I know this glue isn't completely dried yet, but I'm trying to fluff up my ribbon a little bit so I can show you guys. If you used a wire-edged ribbon, it would probably be holding up a lot better for you. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed this project. Let me see if I can put my phone up a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this wreath. I hope everybody's staying safe. And I hope you guys can find stuff to occupy your time to not make you go crazy. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.